A type of landscape where caves are common. The land has different sized blocks of limestone which create fractures in the rock. These fractures are where the water seeps in, dissolves the rock, and forms caves.
Right there where we left off, right there in the middle. Let's sing it back, let's sing it back.
What is karst topography? Topography developed in areas underlain by carbonate rocks, including limestone and dolomite. Karst topography includes features like caves and sinkholes and forms when limestone is slowly dissolved away by slightly acidic groundwater.
Let's sing it back. Right there where we left off, right there in the middle. Let's sing it back, let's sing it back. Right there where we left off, right there in the middle.
Limestone is a common bedrock that dissolves more easily than some types of rock. The carbonic acid found in groundwater dissolves the calcite found in limestone. Chemical weathering changes the calcite into clay, increasing the porosity of the limestone left behind. Over time, as more and more water flows through cracks in the limestone bedrock, the carbonic acid dissolves the limestone and carries it away in solution. After thousands of years, these cracks become larger, eventually forming a network of underground tunnels. These caverns, or caves, can be many miles long and hundreds of feet deep. When water drips from the roof of a cave, calcite is deposited. Slender deposits called stalactites hang like icicles from the roof. On the cave floor beneath the stalactites, a rounded mass called stalagmites form. When they meet, a column is formed. Meteoric water cave development 1. 1880s-1920s. Ideas greatly influenced by explorations of A. Martel, 1859–1938, for example Leobims, 1894, 578 p. Nouveau traité au souterrain, 1921. 835 p. Caves were being explored under Vattos conditions. Vattos processes, especially mechanical corrosion, believed to dominate. There were counterclaims for Friedrich development, but they drew much less attention. For example, DuPont, 1894, from studies in Belgium. Development of karst topography. Step 1. Acidic groundwater dissolves limestone. Then the water table drops, leaving empty caves. Step 2. Ground above the caves is eroded away. Step 3. Thin rock above the cave collapses, creating a sinkhole. A groundwater reservoir is defined on the basis of an aquifer's geological formation that constitutes a system with differentiated hydrogeological behavior, inasmuch as it is possible to establish hydrogeological limits associated with structural or hydraulic constraints, a specific conceptual behavior model, defined according to a certain piezometric regime in hydrogeological balance with clearly defined terms and distinct hydrochemical characteristics. A groundwater reservoir constitutes a dynamic natural system as a result of the variations imposed by its own natural behavior patterns, and so the concept of hydrogeological reserve is necessarily linked to the time variable. Honegger and Udmary 2005, Rubin and others 2006. Caves. How soda straws develop into stalactites. Soda straws are initially hollow, allowing dissolved limestone to travel through the tube. Because a dissolved solid is traveling through the tube, it sometimes gets plugged up. This forces the dissolved limestone to back up and start flowing on the outside of the straw. Eventually, it thickens and becomes recognizable as a stalactite. Groundwater mixes with carbon dioxide to form carbonic acid. Limestone is a rock that is easily dissolved by carbonic acid. As the acidic groundwater moves through pores in limestone, the rock dissolves, enlarging cracks until an underground opening called a cave is formed. Groundwater not only dissolves limestone to make caves, but it also can make deposits on the insides of caves. Water dripping from the cave walls contains calcium ions dissolved from the limestone. If the water evaporates while hanging from the ceiling, the calcium carbonate is left behind and builds up to form a stalactite. Where water drops fall to the floor, a stalagmite forms. Karst collapsed landform sinkhole, aka dolline, comes in a variety of shapes, most often funnel-shaped forms as material above a cavity becomes too thin to support the weight. Sometimes filled with colluvium from edges of feature can form circular lakes. Often entrances to caves are found in sinkholes related to formation of feature compound sinks, aka uvula. Several sinkholes coalesce to form a larger structure. These may be quite large, a kilometer. Occasionally, uvulus are floored with alluvium derived from subterranean streams called a polge. Because rainwater drains through sinkholes, there are few surface rivers in karst regions. Lost or sinking streams form when the surface stream disappears underground and flows out of a cave many miles away.